Have you ever met someone who acts extra nice to a person they clearly don't like? Or someone who brags all the time, but you can tell that they are actually insecure inside? That's actually not just fake behavior. It's something called reaction formation, a psychological defense mechanism. Reaction formation happens when we feel something that makes us uncomfortable, like anger, jealousy, guilt, or fear, and instead of showing it, we show the exact opposite. It's like your mind says, I don't want to admit that feeling, so it flips it around completely. This seems to be our brain's way of protecting us from emotions we don't want to face or don't feel okay expressing. So let's start with a classic example. Imagine you don't like one of your co-workers, they annoy you, or you feel jealous of them. Instead of showing that dislike, you go out of your way to be super nice, you compliment them and smile too much and pretend that everything's great. That's reaction formation. Deep down you feel dislike, but you show kindness instead. Because admitting the dislike might make you feel guilty or rude. Now imagine someone who acts overly confident, always bragging, acting tough, or indirectly saying that they are the best. But deep down they feel insecure or they are afraid of failure. So they flip that fear into overconfidence. It's like their brain is saying, you know what, I don't want to feel weak. So it turns that insecurity into the opposite. That is fake strength. That's also reaction formation. Now another common example. Someone who loudly criticizes others for doing something, like drinking, dating, or breaking rules, but secretly struggles with those same desires. They act extra strict to hide their own temptations. The more guilty they feel inside, the stronger they act on the outside. Again, it's reaction formation. Now here's a more simple example. Imagine someone who says, I don't need anyone, I can handle everything myself. But deep down, they really want support, care, or love. They act overly independent to hide that vulnerable feeling of needing others. That is their brain protecting them from feeling weak or dependent. So they do the opposite. And also, think of a parent whose child makes them really angry. But instead of showing frustration, they become overly calm or even sweet. They might say, hey, it's okay, honey. Even when they are really angry inside. They hide anger with exaggerated calmness because they believe that being angry makes them a bad parent. That's reaction formation again. Anger turned into the opposite emotion, that is affection. And sometimes in relationships, one partner feels jealous but doesn't want to admit it. So instead of saying that they are jealous, they act overly cool or supportive. They might say, oh, I'm actually happy that you're hanging out with your ex and you're all cool now. They might actually say this even when they are actually upset inside. They flip the emotion. Jealousy becomes fake acceptance to protect themselves from looking insecure. So why does our mind do this? Because showing our real emotions can feel scary, wrong, or even socially unacceptable. Reaction formation keeps our uncomfortable emotions out of sight, both from others and from ourselves. It's a defense mechanism, our brain's way of keeping emotional peace, even if it means pretending. So, while reaction formation protects us for a while, it's not actually healthy long term. When we keep acting opposite to how we really feel, we lose touch with our true emotions. That can lead to stress, resentment, or even confusion. See, the thing is, it's okay to have negative feelings, they're part of being human. The healthy step is to notice them, not hide them. So to sum it up, reaction formation means acting the opposite of what you truly feel, to protect yourself from emotions that feel uncomfortable. Here are the key examples again. When you feel dislike, you act overly nice. When you feel insecurity, you act overconfident. When you yourself feel the guilt or temptation towards something, you act overly strict towards others. And then when you have a need for love, you pretend to be independent. And when you feel anger, you show forced calmness. When you feel jealousy, you act like you don't care. We all do this sometimes. It's part of how the mind defends itself. But being aware of it helps us be more real, more honest, and more emotionally healthy. So let me know in the comments whether you guys have experienced situations like this. And if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.